Hey guys, what's up? Today we're gonna talk about how you choose your flying school. Thank you so much for watching this video. And concerning choosing the flight school, what I'm gonna say today about choosing the flight school, it's just only a guidelines. What suits you does not suit others, and what you choose could be not the best solution for the other people. So I'll just check the camera and make things fully prepared. Just a second. Yeah, I think this is better, good view. So concerning the flight school, to start with, let's talk about the general guidelines quickly, and after that I will tell you about some informations. Any pilot, after you graduate from your school, you want to choose your flight school. I'm gonna give you a guidelines about that, but that doesn't mean that this is the best for you. It may be the best for somebody else, and what suits you does not suit others. So let's start with that. First of all, you have to know and you have to be aware about your region and about your country, where you want to work, in which region and in which country. So to start with, we FAA and the JAR and the CAA. Okay, so if you are in Europe and you want to work in Europe, you have to look for a license, a JAR license. And if you are in the United States or that region, you have to look for the FAA license. And if you are like in Asia, you have to look for the CAA license. So to start with, if you are living in Europe, for example, and you want to go for a flight school, first of all, check your country, okay? It's your responsibility. You have to do your search on Google about the schools that you have to go to, okay? So get the list of the schools, okay? See the program of the school, like which program it will offer. If this program and this school is approved by your civil aviation in your country and or that region you will work for, because you don't want to go to just a flight school and it's not approved from the civil aviation, so you will spend money and time for nothing. So make sure that this school is approved by the civil aviation. This is number one. Number two, what's the type of the education it will provide, okay? This school will give you the license that you need, the type of the license. Let's say if you need the FAA license, this school will provide you the FAA license, and if you want to work in Europe, it will provide you with a JAR license or not. This is second. The third thing is also the budget and the time. So to start with, you have to choose the school that will offer you a good budget, like it's suitable for your budget, because some schools are expensive, some school will give you some offer, some school they have also some relation or contact with airlines, and these airlines could have, like, if you graduate from, let's say, school X school, after your graduation you will be able to work in that airline. So look for a school that have a cadet program, and if that cadet program suits you in terms of money and in terms of finding a work after your graduation. Okay, now when you have to dig about that, you have to go, it's my advice, okay? If you are in your country and you have a couple of schools, go to each flying school, okay? Check with the representative of that school and ask about the programs by yourself, okay? And check, like, the education. It will be FAA education, like a Jeppesen books or Oxford or etc. Now, some schools will provide you with something called like a bachelor degree in aviation. So you may go in that program if you want to have a bachelor degree, okay, along with your flying license. But if you just only want to have flying license, then you have to decide the type of that school. Like for example, in USA, there's a university called Embry-Riddle. Embry-Riddle, when you graduate from that, you will get your CPLIR license, and along with that, you can have a bachelor degree in aviation or in the section that you studied about. So that's really important. Now, most of our restrictions in our life, it's all about money. So our budget most of the time will restrict us from choosing the flight school that we want. Like we all want to go to the best flight school and have a bachelor degree and have a lot of things, but at the same time, you can, like, doing a search like South Africa, Greece, Poland, some countries that provide you good education and at the same time meets the civil aviation requirements, and at the same time it will offer you a good prices in terms of flying hours, because the most expensive thing is the flying hours, okay, because of the gas, because of the maintenance, because of a lot of things. So you have to take this in your consideration. The other thing is also, along with the guide and time and the money. Now, if you want to have like I'm getting one of the comments, if you have a 200 hours or something like that, you fly, I would say, in Asia, but you need a JAR license. You can go with other licenses, but you have to keep in your mind that when you want to change to other license, you have to comply with that rules. Let's say if the JAR, they need 300 hours, but the CAA, they need 200 hours. The difference is 100 hours. To get the other license, then you have to fly. That means you have to pay money. So from the beginning, you have to know what you want. Don't waste time, don't waste money. You want to work in Europe, you are European, then stick to that. You are American, stick to that. You are from Asia, stick to the civil aviation, stick to that school. Don't waste your time. Say, okay, I want to go and study in Europe, get a JAR license, but I need to convert it later on. Unless the conversion, you are going from a higher class to a lower class. What that means? The highest license in the world is the JAR license, the European license, okay? So it has the highest requirements. So if you have the JAR license, it's more easier for you to change it from the CAA license or FAA. But going from CAA to FAA up to JAR, it will have an extra requirements. That means you need money and you need time, okay? Now, for me, I started my aviation school in Jordan because I'm Jordanian. So it was easy for me because I want to fly with Royal Jordanian. Easy. You are in let's say in Singapore, you are Singaporean, you want to fly to Singapore Airline, then you have to see the flight school that will provide you with a license that meets the civil aviation in Singapore, or civil aviation that Singaporean airline would approve. So save the time, save the money in yourself. Now, license is very important to know which license that you want, the budget, okay, and the program, if it's approved or not. This is a very important point, okay? Not just to go to a school that because it's cheap and because it will not require give you a good offer, that means this school is good. The school that meets your requirement. So sometimes paying extra money, but you will save a lot of time and efforts in your future. Now, about cadet programs, a lot of people, they ask me about the cadet programs of the airline, about the MPL and about the CPLIR. Now, the license that you will get in any flying school, some flying school will give you the CPLIR, which is the commercial one in instrument rating, which is the famous one worldwide, okay? And after that, you can do your ATPL. But the MPL, it will always be integrated with an airline, because to finish this MPL, you must be working with an airline. So this will be an internal program with the airline. That's the whole thing. So if I were in your place and I want to be a pilot, first of all, I want to know my country. Start with the schools in my country, okay? Because if I want to work in my country, in my country airline, then it's better to go to a school in your country that is approved, they know the rules and everything, etc. Now, if you find a good offer in a flying school, let's say in United States of America, hold on and check if your civil aviation will accept the FAA license. If they accept the FAA license, then go. But you have to calculate the expenses that you need in that time. In which sense, okay, if you fly to United States, you need the flying ticket, you need the accommodation, you need to money for the daily life, and you need etc etc. Calculate all of this, then okay, calculate all of this, then compare them with your budget or the expenses that you need in the flying school that you will have in your country. Okay, so don't just rush because the flight school in America is cheaper by a couple of thousands of dollars, but because at the end of the day, the flying expenses and flying to United States and renting a house and etc. will cost you money. So at the end of the day, it may be the same like if you are staying in your country or going abroad. So this is the most important thing. What else when you want to choose your flying school? Some flying school, they focus on the practical more than theoretical, in which sense they will tell you, okay, we guarantee that you will pass in your civil aviation exams, we will give you the questions and you will pass. All what you need, you can finish this in 6 months and 8 months. I'm against that, to be honest with you, because flying nowadays, it's all about knowledge, okay? It's not about handling, okay? My grandma, she will fly the airplane, okay? Because she's gonna follow the flight director and I will tell her, do this and do that, she will land, okay? But aviation, all about the knowledge. So try to find out that this school will provide you with a very good basics, very good theoretical information and knowledge about aviation. In which sense? Does it follow the export, the British one, the European one, the American? Are you gonna have a long or like a very good ground school about the basics of flying, aerodynamics, radio, meteorology, plotting, instruments? Are you gonna have this, or you just gonna go and do some exams and pass without understanding the concepts, understanding the theories, understanding how things is going on? Because at the end of the day, trust me, the time you build a strong knowledge in the flight school, where this knowledge will help you to be a good pilot in any airline. Because at the end of the day, if you are flying a jumbo jet 747 or flying the A350 or the Airbus 340, okay, the instruments which you're gonna see in the cockpit, it's the same concept if you are flying a Cessna or a Piper, okay? But it's great to know and understand how these instruments are working. It's great to understand how is the weather around you is developing, is you know the secrets, how this cloud, is it rainy cloud, is it icy, is it high, low, you know, all these information is very important, okay? It's not like I just want to pass, get the exams and get my license and start to fly. So when you choose your flying school, think about the license, the region, the budget, okay? And if this flying school, after your graduation, it will give you the license that you need to get employed in an airline. And on top of that, it must be approved by the civil aviation. So that's all about you. You have to do your search. You have to do your checks, okay? Open Google, search, ask, compare, okay? Take two lists. If you have two flight school, put A and B and put the cons and pros and the points, and at the end of the day, you have to see which flying school is the best for you. Now, a student in Europe, maybe a flying school in a country is best for him, but doesn't mean that it's good for a student in India, okay? So check about the medical requirements, check about the license in your civil aviation, and check your budget. and check about the program that flight school will offer you. Okay, that's the most important guidelines. And remember, it's all about you. People, they will not come and give you this piece of cake. Okay, you have to do your job, you have to work hard on yourself, and at the end of the day, if you want to pursue your dream, okay, you have to set a plan and work hard and do the best for yourself. Okay, that's for now. I hope I answered your questions about choosing the flight school, about giving you a general idea and a general guidelines about that. For the till the next time, we speak aviation, and hope to see you soon. Stay safe and stay happy at your home till this period will finish, and definitely we're gonna see you soon flying in a great airlines and see all these stripes on your shoulders. I'll be more than happy to see you guys making your dreams a reality. Till we meet again for the next video, we'll talk about that. But before that, I want you to do your search, okay? Not to lose the hope. And at the end of the day, work hard on yourself, and definitely one day you're gonna get the work hard that you had before, and you're gonna have the great results. Okay, have a great one and stay safe, everyone. Ciao.